Hi everyone, thank you for watching and welcome back to my channel. Today I am here with a tutorial, a requested tutorial on this makeup look. Now, this makeup look is pretty universal, I guess you could say, because you could use this makeup look for any type of occasion. If it's a special occasion, if it's just a reunion, if you just want to go out, if you just, whatever you want to do, this is a very nice makeup look that you can do. Now, I love this specific makeup look because you could switch around the lipsticks, you could switch around the inner colors, and it still looks great. This type of eyeshadow look goes great with any lipstick. Whether it's bright pink, whether it's red, whether it's purple, whether it's whatever lipstick you want to wear, it goes great with it. Now, if you don't want to go as crazy and as shimmery as I always like to do, you could, instead of putting this whole shimmery situation, you could always just go with matte colors like a white, a vanilla, a beige, whatever you want to do is fine. So if you guys want to learn how I did this makeup look, please keep watching. Okay, so for this tutorial, I'm going to be using my 2 chocolate bars from Too Faced. I'm going to be using these. I'll show you what colors I'm going to be using in a minute. But first, I'm going to prep and prime my brows. Now to do this, I'm going to be using my Wet n Wild primer from the Fergie collection. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply a little, what is this? Little drop on my fingers, and I'm just going to apply this on my lids. Like this. If you guys can see that. And just blend it in my eyelid. Now this really helps to keep that eyeshadow in place, I meant, for the whole day. So after I do this, because this is a creamy consistency, I like to set it with powder because I feel like it gives a nice and smooth base. I'm trying to get my brush. It gives a nice and smooth base. So I'm going to be using this powder brush. It's similar to the Real Techniques, but it's not from Real Techniques. I got it at eBay. Any brush that you want. I'm going to turn the AC off because it's just making too much noise. It's not working out for me. So I'm just going to set in with the Airspun loose powder. So I'm just going to set in my primer like this. Do you see a lot of powder going on? I'm sorry. Just going to set that in. Now, like I said, this really gives you a smooth canvas, I guess you could say, to work with, and it's much easier to blend the eyeshadows with. Okay, now for the eyeshadow, you could use any brushes that you're comfortable with. You could use them, it's fine. I'm gonna be using this this slanted brush. And I'm gonna get I'm gonna get the original chocolate bar. And I'm gonna be using the, what is this, Salted Caramel. I love this shade as transition shade. It's an amazing transition. So I'm gonna be grabbing some of that, and I'm gonna be applying that on a little bit above my crease. Now you don't have to be neat with this at all because this is just your transition shade. So you don't have to be neat at all. Let me get closer. Here. Just gonna apply that on both sides. Now if it gets all over the place, it's okay because most of the colors that you're going to put in are going to cover it, so it's okay. Okay, so you just blend that in pretty well. Now I'm going to be using the same brush because it's, as long as you're not working on anyone else's face. Oh my god, I got some of that primer on my I got some of that primer on the outside of my lid, and it's bothering me. Okay. So, as long as you're not working in anyone's face, you could use the same brush for yourself, whatever, I'm going to go in with the same brush, and I'm just going to go with, Milk Chocolate, which is this one from the same chocolate bar. It's called Milk Chocolate, and I'm just going to put this on my crease, like this, and just blend that in. I'm just going to go in with it, okay, and just blend that in pretty well. Now, this makeup look is pretty, it's pretty neutral, I guess you could say, for any lipstick you want to wear. You could wear a red, a dark purple, whatever you want to wear is fine, because it's gonna have like a shimmer to it. So that always makes any lipstick, or any lipstick and eye type stand out. So I'm just gonna go in with the second eye. I mean, how many eyes do I have, right? I'm just gonna go into the second eye. I'm just gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna get the milk chocolate and just apply that on my crease, blend it in pretty well. This makeup look is pretty easy, so there's no like rock science to it or like anything like that. Okay, so it's even. Okay. Now I like to give it some depth on the on like when I do this type of classic eyeshadow type of makeup look. I like to give it a little depth. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go in with Truffled from the semi-sweet chocolate palette. It's called Truffled. It's this one right here. So I'm just gonna grab with a little tip. I'm just gonna put that at the outer corners like this. Just gonna put that in there and just gonna blend it in. You could do like semi-circular motions just so that color stays just in the outer color. I'm just mainly gonna focus. I'm gonna oh, that sounded wrong. I'm gonna mainly focus this on the outer corner of my eyelid, just to give it that depth. Yes, can you see that? You see the difference, right? I'm gonna blend that in as much as I can. I'm just gonna take it in a little, just to give it a blended look, but mainly focusing on this. Now I know it's coming out. It's okay because I'm gonna go back with foundation to clean that, so that's fine. Oh, you know what, you guys? I accidentally mixed the. You see how it got darker? I accidentally mixed the hot fudge, so it's okay. It's working. But on the other makeup look that I did, I'm not 100% sure, but I think I added some black just to give it like a little more depth. So it's okay if I went in with the dark brown, because it all works out. It worked out pretty good. So now I'm gonna get the hot. Now that I'm not messed up, but now that I added hot fudge in the other one, I'm gonna add hot fudge in this one. It's okay because you see how I gave it more depth, so it's okay. It's a good mistake. Just to make myself feel better. Make me feel better, you guys. Okay. Yeah, I gave you more definition. Can you see that? Let me see. Yeah, you can. Okay, so I'm just going to blend that in circular motions, focusing the color on the outer corner, just to give my eyes a little more depth. And I get so many compliments on this type of makeup look, because we're going to add a shimmery eyeshadow from the Too Faced chocolate bar, the original chocolate bar. It has like this pink pearly shimmery color that is so beautiful, and I get so many compliments on it when I wear it that I just have to share it with you guys. Okay, even, yes, okay. Now we're gonna go back and blend in. I know it looks kind of like twisted and harsh, so it's okay because we're gonna go back now and we're gonna blend that in. But for now, I need to focus that color in the outer corner because I want to give it like a really nice depth. I'm still using hot fudge. Okay, now with a clean brush, I'm just gonna go back. Any clean brush you have, I'm just gonna go with this this whatever you call it, flat round brush. I'm just gonna blend that in just to give it a little more subtle look, because I turned out a little harsh, but it's okay because that's why you blend. No, I noticed it's more darker on this side. Okay, I'm gonna add some more of that hot fudge to make it even. Oh, this is tricky. Hot fudge. I mean, if it's messy on this side, it has to be messy on this side too. You go hard or you go home. Just kidding. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back and clean it. What I'm gonna use is any foundation or concealer you might have. I usually go with the light foundation. This is too light for my skin, so I'm just gonna go in with this one. Any flat concealer brush you might have, it's fine. Just gonna go in and just clean that up. It's okay. Or your own foundation. You could even use your own foundation. It's cool. I'm just gonna go from the corner of my outer eye. From the outer corner of my eye and out. I'm just gonna blend this out. That works like that. This gives you like a nice clean illusion, I guess you could say, to your eye makeup look. Any smoky eye or whatever, or in any type of makeup look like this, and when you give it like that when you clean it from the outer corner, it gives it like a nice clean effect. I mean, I even get questions on when I do this, like, how do you get it to look so clean and sharp? I'm like, it's just concealer. I don't tape up my face. I seen makeup artists using tape. I'm cool with that, but I don't think I could work. I don't think I could even work with that. I just make my mess and clean it afterwards. So as you can see, it's nice and clean. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna be using those same two colors, the transition shade and the milk chocolate, and then some hot fudge on the outer, because I'm just gonna give it a nice effect. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna use any flat brush I have, and I'm gonna go in with the salted caramel from the original chocolate bar. I'm gonna go in with the salted caramel, and I'm just gonna put this all over my lower lid. Is this what you guys call it? Please let me know in the comments below. What do you call this? A lower lash line? Yeah, right, lower lash line. But it's the bottom part, so it would be the lower lid, right? Right? I wish that when I was talking to you guys in the camera, I wish you guys could answer me. I know that's not gonna happen, but I just wish. Wish. Okay, so now after I put the salted caramel, I'm gonna go in with milk chocolate. Just, where are you? Where? Okay. And I'm just gonna put that on, not exactly where I put the not exactly where I put salted caramel, but a little bit, like, more on the lash line, just to darken things up. Now this is the key to how blended your makeup look could look, because you're using pretty much the same colors you use on the top but on the bottom, so it gives like this nice blended even effect. Now what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna use hot fudge from the semi-sweet chocolate bar, and I'm gonna use this on the outer corner of my eye, on the bottom eye, just right here, and it gives you like this nice like wide-eyed illusion. And if you guys' eyes are big enough already, then you could skip this. But my eyes are not big. A lot of people say that my eyes are big, but they're not. It's just makeup. Trust me, my eyes are small. But it's just makeup. It's just the eyeshadows and how I do it that makes it look. It gives the illusion like I have big eyes, especially with the falsies. Especially with the falsies. Okay, so I'm just gonna go in the outer corner like this and blend this in. Okay. Oh god, I hate it when like the eyeshadows go on the bottom of your. Let me put some foundation here. They go in your Okay, so my camera cut me off exactly where I was ending right here, but I don't know where I left off. So after putting your hot truffle on the outer corners, I'm gonna go in with the champagne truffle, which is this nice shade right here. It's like this nice shimmery shade, this one. So I'm just gonna spray my I'm just gonna go in with it. I'm gonna scrub a little because I need it to be dusty, because if I go in with a wet brush, it's just gonna make like this nasty film on it. So I'm just gonna go in and I'm gonna spray with Fix Plus. I'm just gonna apply this on my lid like this. Now, like I said, this color gives like a nice it gives like a pop to the eye. It gives a nice effect. I think this is pretty much why I get so many compliments, just because of this eyeshadow. It's so pretty. So I'm just gonna apply this on my lid. I'm gonna use this as my brow bone highlight, and that's my inner corner highlight as well. It gives like a nice effect. Can you guys, does the camera catch that? No, no it doesn't. Okay, I'm just gonna use this as my brow bone highlight. I'm sorry if you guys can hear the air, but it overheated, so that's one of the reasons why I have to have the AC on. I don't want it to cut me off again in the middle of my tutorial. So I'm just gonna use this as a, oh, can you see that? You see how pretty that is? I don't understand why this is not showing, but it's okay. You guys get the concept. Okay, so I'm just gonna apply this there, and I'm gonna go in again with the same this is just a regular flat eyeshadow brush. Whatever brush you have is fine. I don't really like to say names because or I'm not really like into saying like what specifically what brush, unless that brush gives like a special effect, and I'll let you guys know. Otherwise, any brush, you know, works for you. This is just like a regular eyeshadow brush. I'm just grabbing some more of that champagne truffle to apply it on my lid. Oh my god, I'm so sorry about the air, but I have to. And if I don't get this film today, I'm never gonna do it, because I'm double shifting 2 days in a row, so I know I'm not gonna have a chance. And I already told you guys, I already promised you guys I was gonna do this, so I have to do it. Keep your word. So I'm gonna use this as my look. Isn't it crazy how where the light hits it doesn't show, and where the light is not hitting it shows? So my makeup pretty much looks uneven. Jesus Christ, just bear with me, okay? I promise I'm gonna get like a better camera, because this is not working out. I'm filming through my smartphone, by the way, and I'm having a little trouble there. Oh my papas. Got a little bit of cough. Okay, so this same eyeshadow. That's why I love these type of palettes, because they're so how can you call them, efficient, I guess you could say, because like their eyeshadows like have multiple uses. Like I'm using this as my lid shadow, as my highlight, my inner corner highlight, and as my brow highlight, and it gives like a beautiful effect. I'm sorry if you guys can hear my dying child. Say hi. Anyways, after this, I'm just gonna do wing liner. I'm just gonna put falsies, do wing liner. Let me do the wing liner on camera so I can show you guys a few tips. For this wing liner, I really like this new oh, it's not new, it's been around, but it's like this angle eyeliner brush from e.l.f. It's really good. It's a really good brush. Yeah, papa. And it's called the angled eyeliner brush. Now I'm just gonna be using my creamy eyeliner from e.l.f. and I'm just gonna start doing a wing. This is a really efficient brush. I actually like, I've been seeing this in the market, and I was like, what is the? It's just, you know, I don't know why, but I never liked these brushes. I'm more into like the flat kind of thickish brush. I was never into this type of brush, and then when I tried it out, I was like, oh, I see what the whole idea of it is. It's pretty. It just makes everything a little bit more easier, like to apply the eyeliner, that is. Because to get a nice wing liner, it's kind of hard. Okay, so how do I do this? I'm just gonna start by making the best. I have a tutorial on this, but the best way to apply like a wing liner is by first making like a line from your outer corner to kind of like your brow, the end of your brow, a straight line like this. And all you're doing is not just make like as thick as you want it. Just make that line and connect it, and all you have to do now is just fill it in. So I'm just gonna go to the rest of my eyelid. Can you guys see that? Yeah. And just fill that in. Now, you could do this after or before falsies. I do it both ways. It depends on my mood. This time, because I really wanted to show you guys how I do my wing liner. It's okay. Guys, is the air too obvious? I'm sorry, but I need it in order to film this tutorial. I need it. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other eye. Just gonna draw a line from my outer corner to kind of like the end of my brow, not all the way up, but kind of to the way of my brow. And I'm just gonna draw as thick as I want the line, and just connect that in, and just keep it going along my lash line like this. See that? It's so hard for me to look at the mirror and then look at the camera. Okay, and just fill that in. Oh god, it's okay because that's just fixable. Just going with the brush. See, some girls like they kind of go in panic mode when like their eyeliner kind of messes up. You guys can always go back with the brush. A brush with concealer, a brush with foundation. Go back, fill in the little gap that you had to take it off. Fill it in with the shadow that you were using, and you're good. You don't have to stress about it, because I've done it. when I do like when I go a little bit above, oh, I'm just gonna do it thicker, and then like this one comes out thicker than this one, and I try to do this one comes out thicker, and it just, you pretty much end up filling out the whole eye of eyeliner. So I'm just gonna fill this in, and we're not gonna put falsies on because falsies are like your what's gonna make like this makeup look pop out. So I'm gonna fix the eyeliner, I'm gonna put falsies, and I'll be right. Okay, so now that I put falsies on, I'm using the Kiss Paparazzi number 5 with a few coats of mascara. I'm gonna go in with the foundation. I'm gonna be using the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. This is a very good foundation, by the way. I have a review on it. I'm just gonna get 2 pumps of it on my wrist. I'm gonna be using the e.l.f. powder brush. Now, like I mentioned before, this brush is meant to be for powder, but I don't think it worked out. I don't like how rough it is for powder, so I think it's a really good foundation brush. I'm just gonna spray it. I'm just gonna spray it with Fix Plus. I'm gonna go in. I'm just gonna start going with the foundation. And this is the same foundation I use in the other makeup look, which is this one that you guys requested me to do. I'm just gonna go in. Just trying to clean the bottom. That's why you guys see me going like, because I'm trying to clean the bottom as well. Now this foundation is a really, really nice foundation. It's medium to full coverage depending on how well you build it or how well. Now it might look a little lighter. It is a shade lighter than my skin tone, like I mentioned. I got nude. I should have gotten warm nude. But you know, some foundations you're one color and others like they run sometimes it's like if you're nude, you usually get nude, and then you get another brand nude and it's darker. You know, some foundations are some lines, foundation lines or whatever are different. This is actually my first high-end foundation I ever buy, and so far so good. I like it. Okay, after I put it in with my brush evenly, I like to go in with my beauty blender just to give it a like a more flawless effect, I guess you could say. I'm just gonna wet my beauty blender with this rose water with regular what do you call it, fountain water, like the drinkable one, tap water. And I'm just gonna go in with it just to give it more flawless effect. I love the skin finish it gives. I just love the whole concept of this foundation. I'm just gonna go real quick just over it, just to make sure it's all evenly and nice and even, especially even. Okay, now after putting my foundation on, I'm gonna set it with the Airspun loose powder. This is one of my favorite loose powder ever. It's like my holy grail. I'm just gonna go in with it with a sponge just to set that in. Oh, by the way, for this makeup look, I did highlight with the concealer. So I'm going to be using the Better Skin, what is this, Maybelline Super Stay Concealer. I'm just going to highlight where you should just highlight where you usually highlight. I usually go in the triangle area, whatever, the forehead, the nose, the chin, and right here. Just highlight those areas, just to give it a little more. Like when I set it with powder, I'm gonna go back with another like powder highlighter, but I just like to give it like an extra brightening effect. So I like to go light right here. So just blend that in pretty well. This is a really good concealer as well, by the way. I have a review on the concealer and the foundation that goes with it, because it's a foundation that came out with the concealer to go with it, and it's pretty good. Now this is lighter than my skin tone, but because I like to use it to highlight, so as a concealer, like a your tone concealer, it's pretty good too. Okay, so I'm just gonna, can you see how it's like, you know, the center is like more brightened? Okay, so I'm just gonna set that in with powder. Where did I leave my powder? I'm gonna set that in with my Airspun powder. Oh, what is going on here? I have like a little hair. I'm just gonna go in with that. Just powder it up. It's okay. I'm gonna go back with the brush. Cake your face, bake your face, whatever you call it. Cake, bake is the same thing. Okay, so I'm just gonna go over it, trying not to mess up my brows. Usually I do my brows after my foundation, but there's a purpose why I have a brow tutorial coming up, so I had to do my brows before. Okay, just set that in really good. And this is my everyday routine. As ghosty as I look right now, this is my everyday routine. It doesn't matter how light a setting powder might be, because a lot of girls are asking me, oh, but that powder is not my tone. It's okay, you guys. If you guys go in with the bronzer afterwards, it doesn't matter how light your powder is, because you're gonna go in with the bronzer. You're gonna warm up the face, so it's okay. Now I'm just gonna go with a fluffy brush. Just gonna blend this all in. I can't get rid of the habit of looking this way instead of the mirror. Just blend this in. Stupid chair. I need to fix this chair. It's like... Okay, just blend this in. Now, what I do is I'm gonna go in with This is what I do. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go with the Too Faced Candlelight. This is supposed to be a setting. This is supposed to be a setting, illuminating translucent powder, but I feel like it's too light. I know I said it doesn't matter how light it is, but this is just too much. Besides the fact that it has like this shimmery thing, it's like more like a white powder than, and I don't, it's not gonna work out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use it as to highlight. You guys, I need to learn how to talk. I'm gonna use it as my highlighter. I'm gonna go exactly where I went with the concealer, with the lighter concealer. That's where I'm gonna be highlighting again, just to give it that extra brightening highlighter effect. Now maybe the camera is not catching on it, but you guys usually tell me in my pictures if I Photoshop them. No, it's just the brightening effect. I don't even know how to Photoshop anyways. I do it through a smartphone, and I don't want to learn either because then I'm gonna get accused. I get accused as it is already. I'm gonna highlight my these, what is it, the bottom cheeks. Okay. I like the, maybe the camera is not catching on it, maybe it is, but it gives like this light glow, and I love it. Okay, so after looking so ghostly like me, I'm gonna go in with the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. This bronzer, oh my gosh, this bronzer, I have not met any bronzer that I love. This bronzer. I'm gonna go in with this similar to Real Techniques brush. It's just any fluffy brush. It fits my face pretty well. Just get a bronzer just get a brush that fits your face. There's a lot of bronzer brushes out there, you guys, but not all of them will work out for everyone, because not everyone has the same features. You know, your bone structure might be higher than others, so it's not get whatever works for you. So I'm just gonna do the fish face and apply this. Now I'm gonna play this in pretty well, so don't panic. Warm it up a little. Now I don't really contour on summer. What is this, summer? No, we're close to summer. Yeah, please get it together. But during this type of weather, when it's almost 100 degrees, I'm not really into the contouring. I'm more into the bronzing. I just like the warm effect. So I just much rather looking warm than contoured. But the bronzer itself gives a little bit of a contour appearance. Can you see how warmed up my face is already? That's why I love this bronzer. Besides the fact that it smells like chocolate. I love this. Okay. After this, I'm going with what's called, you guys ask me a lot of questions, how do I get that glowy? That's why I get accused so much of photoshopping my pictures. It's just, no, not this. There you are. They're as cheap as this brand could be to many people. Please don't be, like, whatever. If it's $2, if it's $1.50, if it works, you guys shouldn't, don't say anything. But this is the Avon Bronzing Pearls. It's called Avon Glow, and this is called Sun Kissed. These pearls give you like a nice shimmery effect. I'm pretty sure high-end brands carry these pearls. You guys could get any brightening pearls that you guys might like. It doesn't matter. If you don't want to get the Avon ones, okay. But I'm telling you, this one gives a nice glow to my skin. Like my pictures, I come out like if I Photoshop them, like if I brighten them or something. And a lot of people ask me if I Photoshop them, and no, I don't. I don't have time for that. The only thing I ever do to my pictures is darken them a little, because sometimes I take them in the daylight. So sometimes the daylight, like you see how this color is washed and over here it's darker. It's like washy and darker. So that helps me to make the colors that I'm actually using to stand out. Because sometimes they look lighter than what they actually are. And, you know, sometimes the whole point of your makeup look is to give it that dramatic look. And the daylight just washes it away. So I don't like that. So that's why I just darken them. But I never put like that. I know a lot of people, there's like this app that smoothes your pictures. And it pretty much gives this effect that I have right here, which is like a glowy smooth effect. You could do that all with makeup, you guys. You guys don't have to go through the whole hassle. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with blush. Oh my god, I'm so unprepared. I'm gonna go in with blush. I'm just gonna grab my pink from Milani blush. Just gonna grab this one. It doesn't have a cap. My toddler broke it. He got a hold of it. So I'm just gonna go in with this, just on my cheekbone. I'm going with it. I think this one is called Beauty's Touch. 03 Beauty's Touch. Oh, this is an illuminating face powder. Who would use this as an illuminating face powder? This is really pink. Look at the effect. It gives me like a blush effect. Come on, I don't want to go out there looking all pink. So after putting my blush on, because I can have enough highlight, I'm gonna go in with the Wet n Wild from the Freddy collection. It's called 065 Hollywood Boulevard. I'm just gonna go in and just put it on the top of my cheekbones with the same blush brush. Whatever brush you want to use is fine. Just on top of the cheekbones. You see how it gives like this nice shimmer effect? Can you see that? I love this glow. The J-Lo glow. I love this. It just gives life to your face, especially, you know, when you smile. It just gives life to it. Okay, so just going with it like this. Can you tell? You can tell. Like, there you go. Just gonna put some here, here, and here, just for shits and giggles. And this I'm gonna do because I'm gonna put some my lipstick right now, and I like my to highlight my Cupid's bow. So after this, the lipstick that I used on that makeup look, it's from LA Girl, and it's called Secret. It's the new liquid lipsticks that came out. Now, a big tip I'm gonna give you this is that the best way I found to be used this type of lipstick is just putting one single layer. I heard a lot of girls telling me that these start creasing on them. They do crease if you put 2 layers. If you put 2 layers, it's over. It's gonna crease. It's gonna get sticky, and it's gonna get a little bit gross. So the best ways to use it is like I told them before. Use one side of the brush for like one dip for your upper lip, and the second dip for your bottom lip. So I'm gonna start by here. You know what? You just have to, didn't you? Sorry, my camera is my phone's camera is running out of battery. Okay, so I'm gonna start by applying this. So let me put my mirror up. No, be really careful. This could get a little messy. Start by outlining the outer and just fill in the inner part. The outer is the most complicated and hard to manage. Oh my gosh. Yes. What? Okay, so I'm gonna dip my brush, the little brush again. And I'm just gonna go with my bottom lip. Okay. So like I said, do the outer part first and then the inner. I love my mom. She tries to support me the best she can in doing this. I just love her. That was funny. Okay, and just a little bottom part. Now, if you went out a little like me, you see this part? It's okay. Don't panic, because that's why there's concealers and that's why there's lighter foundations. Just like me. I'm going with my lighter foundation. This is the foundation I didn't use for myself. And I'm going with the flat brush if I can find it, and I'm just gonna clean those corners just to make just to make it more clean. You see that? And right here. And that's it, you guys. That's pretty much all I did for this makeup look. A lot of girls liked it. I didn't expect that, because to me this is like a pretty simple makeup look. Yeah, I get a lot of compliments on this type of makeup look. Like, I get more compliments on this than any other dramatic makeup look I ever do. So I really hope you guys found this useful. I really hope you guys found this easy. If you guys have any questions, any type of questions you guys want to ask, don't hesitate. Ask me in the comments below. I get a lot of girls messaging me privately saying, oh, but I want to ask because I thought you might be bothered. Please don't say I might be bothered. I'm really happy to answer this. This is what I love to do. Anything that you guys, if you guys ask me, oh, what can I do for this? I love that. That's like my thing. Like that's, I like to be, I feel like a beauty consultant, you know? Like, I'm really, like, if you guys ask me things and it helps you out later on, like, if you guys let me know, oh, you know, I tried it and it really helped me, that is the best payback ever. That help, like, knowing that you are very helpful to the people thanks to what you have learned, what you have done. You know, like, I have stayed up, you know, until 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, just studying this type of things, you know, writing notes, studying different techniques and stuff, and then to know that it's making an effect and that is helping others, that is the biggest payback ever. So please don't hesitate to ask me any questions. That's what I'm here for. And I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.